I'm bigcal and welcome to my world. Today is another unboxing video for the latest Legend of Heroes Trails game. Yep, here it is, arrived today. I've only taken off the address, haven't even opened it up or anything, and it is the Legend of Heroes Trails through Daybreak 2 for the Nintendo Switch, the limited edition. Technically releases tomorrow, but got it a day early, as usual. That's always awesome. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. So normally with these videos I like to have the camera lower down, sat at a table, but too much messing about at the moment for that. So for a lot of stuff I'll show what I can on camera as well as I can, and take pictures after I've recorded the video to put on screen so you can see everything that much better. Assuming I remember, I do have a habit of saying I'm going to do things in videos, and when I edit them I completely forget about doing it. Yeah, happens a few times. Anyway, let's get into the box first. Box, and now plenty of bubble wrap. And there we have it, all nice and shiny. It's got a shiny slip cover thing like Daybreak 1 had, where the rest are just cardboard. It's had a nice little sleeve with it as well. So yeah, I can't remember what the hell comes with it because it's been that long since I pre-ordered it. You know, pre-order it and then forget about it until it actually shows up. Well, I remember that the game's coming out because I'm always looking forward to it. I just forget what the hell was in the limited edition thing. So I look at it once, pre-order it, and that's that. Okie, let's get that out of the way. Let's get the nice slip cover off. There we go. And into the nice boxy box. It's very nice. Yeah, we've got MacLeod there as the main character. And yes, and Elaine. Okie dokie. Let's get it. Why does it always open up fine at one side but not the bloody other? Bloody boxes. Right then, so we'll start at this end, and we have the game, of course, the deluxe edition, which is technically the regular edition. There is nothing other than the deluxe and then the limited edition that I'm showing off here. Yeah, the Switch version of Trails through Daybreak 2. I am going to play through the PlayStation 5 version. That's what I did with the first game, so the Switch version for the time being won't be played until I decide to go back and replay it at some point, and I decide to do it in handheld mode. Apparently though, with the Switch, like with the first game, the text is still far too small in handheld mode, which is a bit crappy, which is one of the reasons I didn't play the first game on the Switch, because I thought, this is not very good, I can't read properly. So I played it on the PS5, and yeah. Next then we have a nice little booklet, Calvard case files. Yeah, and it just goes over the prologue, yep, some of the locations that you visit, and the main characters. I don't want to go through too much of that and spoil things. We've got Fanfare, obviously the star of both of the Calvard games so far. Yep, very nice, very nice. Then we have a nice soundtrack as usual. You do get a digital version of this soundtrack with every version of the game, but it's nice as well to have it on CD here. Let's just get those in order there. Right, and what else do we have? Oh, the nice steel case. The steel case books, steel bookcases, whatever, for the Trails games are always so bloody good. They always look so nice, and I really do kind of want to use them all, but they take up a little bit more shelf space because they're that much thicker, which is a bit of a pain. But yeah, it's very nice, very sexy. Then what else do we have? Oh, another art card set. We had these last time. Get that out. So we have, yeah, the main cover basically. Then we have Van and Aaron. So get these organised a bit better. And we have a bunch of the ladies from the game. Yep, and yes, and her No, sorry, not NES. It's Van in his school days with Elaine and Renee. Not going to post this one because I'm not going to show off any of these because they spoil characters from the game that some people might not know are in it. So I don't want to spoil anything really from the game if you don't already know about it. I'm assuming people who watch this playing through the games and are excited to pick it up. So yeah, you'll know stuff from the first game, but I don't want to ruin anything from the second game, even if there is a demo out for it. Yeah, come on. Back in the packaging that goes. And lastly then, we have another map. I don't know if you can see on camera here, I've got the Erebonian Empire map that came with the Cold Steel 2 and 3 bundle for the PlayStation 5. Okay. Normally I don't like opening these things up because it's then getting it back in, but I'm probably going to put this on the wall as well somewhere along with that. And yeah, this is the Republic of Calvard. Again, I'll take a better picture. Yeah, so see all the locations, we see how they're bordered with the Empire and things like that, and where everything is in relation to each other. So yeah, I always like these maps. Looking forward to, hopefully with the Trails in the Sky remake, we'll get one for the Laberl Kingdom as well. And I don't know, did we ever get one for Crossbell? I have the two limited editions from Zero to Azure. I don't remember if they came with these. I'll have to look. I won't mind having them all on the wall at some point in time. Oh, wow. Well, that went back together very nicely, actually. So that was interesting. And let's see. No. Yes. I also have the PlayStation 5 version. And I can say I got this a little bit early. 8 days early, actually. So I have already played through and finished the game. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked it a lot more than the first game. The first game, the story's better in the first game, I'll say that. But everything else just felt so lifeless and dull because they moved to this new engine, fully 3D and all these different things, what it could do, and they were developing it, I believe, during COVID as well, when it was the original in Japanese, and I don't think they had time to get everything done that they wanted. So there was literally nothing. There's no mini games or anything to do in the first game, and you just go through the story and that's about it really. There's nothing else to it. The sequel rams in so much stuff. It's fantastic. So you've got fishing, obviously. It's improved over previous games. I really like how they've done it with this one. There's a bunch of different mini games you can do. There's a version of sort of the Reverie Corridor. If you played the demo, you probably know about that already. If not, look forward to it. There is another big gameplay aspect to how the story works that I didn't know until I played the demo, so I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but I really liked it. I can see some issues with it, but overall I thought it was good. The story itself is fine, it's interesting. There's some of my favourite characters from the series are in this story. They were all in the previous game, but they didn't have big roles. Much bigger roles in this game, enjoyed them a lot more. But the story tends to not really go anywhere. You don't end up anywhere different from when you started the game to the end of the game. Literally, none of it could have happened and everything would still basically be the same. So, other than that part, the story is kind of pointless. But it's fun to play through, at least. The first Trails game is probably my least favourite, up there with Trails in the Sky 3. I enjoyed this one a hell of a lot more. Like I said, they've just improved on everything. It's just the story has no real purpose. It didn't need to happen. It's just kind of there. Although to be fair, the first game story, in terms of building upon everything else from the other Trails games, doesn't really add anything new either. And this just sort of continues on a little bit from the previous game. And that's that. So yeah, we'll see whether the next game goes with the story, because I believe that's the finale of the Daybreak series. I don't know if they're going to call it Daybreak 3 over here. In Japan, it's very different. In Japan, it's like Goodbye Zemuria or something. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, we're almost at the end of the story, I believe. I think the creator or whatever has said that we're like 70 or 80% through now. So yeah, a few more games we might finally get to the end and see what the bloody hell's going on with the Grandmaster and Ouroboros and their big plan, which has been steadily increasing throughout the games. Yeah, so Trails Through Daybreak 2. Yeah, the fun limited edition set, really cool stuff. I like it a lot, especially the maps that go on the wall. The game, very, very fun, like I said. Everything's improved. The combat is a little bit better now. The combat just felt so stale and boring in the first game. They'd gone multiple steps backwards with that. They've improved it here, not by a ton, but it's definitely better. The action stuff that you can do, the field battling, I've seen people complain that it's not improved enough. It's like, there's nothing much to improve. It is not an action RPG. If you want to do that, play East. Yeah, the action stuff on the field battle stuff is basically just to try and gain an advantage in the actual battle system. So the only thing that's really changed is when you do a perfect dodge, you can now press triangle on the PlayStation, and you'll switch to another character who'll come in quickly and do a big attack on an enemy, and you got more chance of getting a critical hit and stunning them. Yeah, so you got that, and you can also hold in again on the PlayStation triangle, and you'll shoot out an art, one per character, and that's about it really. Yeah, it's just there just to get you into the main battle. Slightly improved, but whatever. It doesn't need to be anything special. It's not an action RPG. Yeah, then other little changes in the game, with how menus work and things, and how the achievements work in-game, just been streamlined, so I was very, very happy with it, and I had a blast playing through it. And now, finally, by the time this video's up, a lot of people still have another day to wait, but yeah, it's going to be fantastic now to see what other people think of the game. Apparently it's a very divisive game just because the story is kind of pointless, but I think everything else is fantastic. And the story's still fun. It just doesn't connect to everything else in these huge ways like we normally expect with the Trails games. That's the only thing I didn't like about it. In terms of characters and things, I like the new characters that are brought in. I like the characters that were introduced in the previous game that now have bigger roles. Like I said, some of my absolute favourites. And then the actual characters, the main roster, Van Arkwright and his Arkwright Solutions crew, I didn't really like most of them in the first game. They just all felt like bootleg Cold Steel characters. Just nowhere near as good or as fun or as interesting. Now we know who they are and what they're all about, and in this game they actually grow a little bit more compared to the first game. So yeah, everything's just improved other than the story feeling a bit iffy. So if you can get over that, you'll probably love the game as well. So I'm bigcal, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.